Hey, you know what? I don't care if the Wild had nothing to play for. 2 points is 2 points. What's up, everybody? Team Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I'm continuing my coverage of my Nashville Predators, and we are heading down the stretch right here. Man, oh man. It hasn't hit me yet. You know, I still firmly believe that somehow, some way, we are going to make the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, I just have to have that mentality. With that being said, we got to win some games. And thankfully, you know, our last few games at home, they will be at home, at our house, at Bridgestone. So we had to take advantage of that. We had to take advantage of these final 3 games being in Smashville, and we get off to a great start with this one. Predators beat the Minnesota Wild 2-1. Now, let's dive right in here. Coming into this game, even though that the Predators had a pretty rough loss to the Mammoth, I honestly felt like we had a lot going for us coming into this game right here. Specifically, the team that we're playing, the Minnesota Wild, who, like, they know that they are going to play Dallas in round 1. They know that, I would say that, you know, Dallas, I feel like they have, like, the second spot, like, locked up. Because Minnesota and Coach Hines, like, they took out a few of their key guys definitely to rest for, like, the Stanley Cup playoffs. So it seemed like Coach Hines and the Wild, like, they are content at where they are right now. Because they took out Joel Eriksson, who had scored 51 points for them this year. They took out Jared Spurgeon. He got 22 points this year. And Matt Zuccarello, who had 54 points for them this year. That's a lot of points. And a lot of key guys who are out for the Wild. So, clearly, you know what? We had to take advantage of this. The Wild, they have nothing to play for, basically. So, we had to take advantage of that, absolutely. And not only that, you know, Roman Josi back in the lineup, awesome. And Justus Onanen, big juice back in the lineup for us, coming off of a 43-save game against the Ducks right here. So, lots going for us right here. First period, you know, the Predators, we have been on both ends of the classic blowout game. We've experienced what that's like to win those and what it's like to lose them. I feel like a big piece of whether or not that's, you know, whether it goes one way or the other depends on how we do in that first period. If we establish our game early, if we get on the forecheck and take advantage of every single opportunity, I feel like that would be big time key for us. So you can probably imagine I was none too pleased after we could not score on a Wild double minor. A tad bit worried there, but what I will say is as this period went on, I feel like we were starting to find our rhythm right here. Guys were finishing shifts, getting on like the forecheck once again, and winning those battles behind the net. Kind of like this one, 15-01. Great job by O'Reilly to keep this puck in play for us. He gets it to Stamkos, to Evangelista, then back to Stamkos, and he scores! He tucks that puck right through the left post right there. And what a moment for Steven Stamkos. This was his 40th goal that he has scored this season. The 8th time in his career where Stamkos, he has scored 40 goals in a season. And it's really something remarkable that Steven Stamkos, he's playing like this. Like he's playing this good. He's scoring 40 goals at this stage in his great all-time career on a brand new team, pretty much. So I think that just speaks to like the grind that Stamkos has been going through, the work that he has been putting in, man. So great moment for Stamkos right here. In the second period, both teams had a very fast start right here. Onanen and Wallstedt, they had to be sharp early, and they were. For us, I feel like we had to weather that early storm that the Wild were going to put on. Again, even though that the Wild, on paper, this was basically a game, a win that they really didn't need because they aren't going to go like up and down. It's not going to like affect them really. But I mean, the Wild, like they still have like a ton of great guys on their team. Guys that like still want to win. So we had to weather that storm, and we did right here. And we get some pay dirt! 6:34, great puck movement by us on this shift. Ufko to Perbix. He takes a shot. Props to Stamkos for keeping this thing in. He finds Matt Wood, and he scores to extend our lead. For Matt Wood, I gotta keep giving him his flowers. But if you've seen me, if you've seen my channel, you know that I don't give out my flowers to just anyone. No, they gotta earn it. And Matt Wood, he has certainly been a guy that has earned it. And Matt Wood, I feel like he can be a big part of our foundation for the future. He's had a great year, and it's really good to see him back on like the score sheet right here. Matt Wood, this was his first goal since March 24th. It had been a minute since Wood was scoring, but you know what? I think what that shows to me, and what perhaps it shows to other Preds fans, is that like that was not just like a beginner's luck thing for Matt Wood. That wasn't a case where Matt Wood peaked and then he like flamed out, because we have seen that from Preds rookies in like the past where they have like a great, like I would say maybe like 20 games, or maybe they even have like a great year as a whole. But then the following year, they just cannot follow up right here. So Matt Wood, I think it speaks a lot how much work that he has also been putting in. And so it's just really awesome to see him get on like the scoreboard as well. So Preds were rolling. Third period, though, this is where the Wild, they really started to come back here. They really started to give us a lot of fits right here. And at 6:54, shot by Brodin gets to the net. And Michael McCarron, the former Predator, scores the goal against his former team right here. And, oh, man, it stings. It really stings, because I've been open about Michael and how, you know what, when it came to the trade, I had mixed feelings about it. I'll be honest. Now, is Michael McCarron, is he that guy that's going to get you like 2 or 3 points like every single game? No, he's not. But when you look at Michael and just his ability to set the tone early, especially on the forecheck, which is our bread and butter, I had mixed feelings about him leaving, especially going to the Wild. I mean, really? The Wild! Really? We couldn't just trade them off to Vancouver or something? Actually, no. You know what? I would not be that mean to Michael, because Vancouver is a dumpster fire right now, both figuratively and literally. So with that being said, sorry if that's too salty. But I was a little salty on this goal from Michael. Because again, it's like, this is like, here it is right here. This is Michael. This is what he does. Does he get this, does he rack up the points again every single game? No, but once in a while, he will make you pay. And he made us pay right here. But you know what? For users on it, I want to say this as well, because they said the stat. And I was like, okay, you know what? Big Juice, I see you. You know what? This was on, and this was the first goal that he's allowed in 120 minutes of game time. Yes, sirree. So on, and he has been put in the work. Unfortunately, this one, it just came right past him. And for the Wild, Preds fans, we know this. That is a team that whenever we played them this year, it's always come down to like extra time. It always has in every single meeting. They were out shooting us 11-1 in the third period. They were knocking on that. They were hitting that door with a sledgehammer. No doubt about it. So the Wild, they go empty net. I was getting a tad bit worried here. I was like, oh no, here it is again. They're going to get that goal. But how about this Wild team fumbling a huge opportunity to possibly tie this game, because at 18:22 they're called for too many men on the ice. Oh, a devastating call right there. So Preds go on the power play, but the Wild, like they still got like an extra man on. So it was basically like a dead even game with the Wild having like an empty net. So that was like a golden chance for us to get that empty netter goal right here. We don't get that game clinching goal, but we still clinched the game. Which, by the way, I do want to say this, because oh my gosh, who was it? Brock Faber. You really got to do this, huh? You really got to block Forsberg's shot at the end of the game. I mean, what do you have to gain from that, dude? You're going to the playoffs. Good for you. You really want to risk getting an injury? You're really that salty that we got this win over you that you want to block Forsberg on an easy empty netter. And Phil, he would have scored on that. Absolutely. You don't want to give Forsberg his moment? Fine. That just rubbed me the wrong way. Whatever. It's like, why do you got to do that? Why? Why? You know what? We got the win, and you know what? I don't care that the Wild, they really didn't have nothing to play for here. For the Predators, we had to take advantage of this, and we did. We got those 2 points. Win is a win. Now, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but you know what? I've said, regardless of whether we make the playoffs or not, I said that I want us to keep going, and I want us to keep playing strong. And I still believe that we can make the Stanley Cup playoffs. But folks, look, I'm going to be real with you. I'm a realist here. The Kings might do it. I mean, they might do it. Because LA has 3 games left. They're already, currently at this moment, as I'm filming this, they're 1 point ahead of us in the standings, and they have an extra game to play. The Kings, look at this. This is how you know that the NHL schedule makers, they favor the Kings over us. Look who they're playing last 3 games. The Kraken, the Canucks, and the Flames. Yes, while they're all 3 of those, I believe all 3 are on the road. Those are teams that are eliminated from the playoffs. They got nothing to play for here. And the Kings have everything to play for here. And I do believe that if they beat the Kraken, I think the Kings will clinch it. Which, dang, that stinks. I mean, I'm hoping that the Ducks, maybe they'll choke. But yeah, I don't know if it'll be enough. We cannot control what the Kings do. I mean, we've done everything that we can against that team. We beat them a few times. We just gotta, you know what? I'm gonna be cheering on the Kraken so hard to beat LA to keep us in this thing. But, regardless of whether we make the playoffs or not, I'm still so proud of these Preds right here. Because we've had to overcome a lot. We faced some downhill slopes. We were in last place in the league at one point. And I just commend us for just being in this spot right now to clinch, to possibly still maybe get into the Stanley Cup playoffs. So boys, I'm just hoping for these last 2 games, let's end this year strong. At least end the regular season strong. And if we do make the Stanley Cup playoffs, let's keep that going. But we got the Sharks up next, so let's keep holding it down. Excuse me. Let's keep holding it down in Smashville. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And honey salutes to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go Preds!